Guys, welcome to my life, great goodness people, where we cook and talk relationship. Today we are looking at the problems in marriage. We are looking at why is it that people get married and get divorced immediately after marriage. I've seen many cases where people gather together to celebrate couples, and after a little time the marriage is no longer existing. So we want to know what is the cause. Is it that they never loved themselves from the beginning of the relationship, or there is a problem? We want to know what could be the problem. Number one, today we are looking at the first stage of their relationship. Were there love? One thing I get to understand that a lot of time people get into relationship with too much pretense. For instance, a lady is dating a man, is trying to be the best. She looks like an angel. There is no weakness in her. That's a red flag. You are dating a girl, she's so perfect. Everything about her is perfect. She acts as if it's someone that is written like a book. There's no place you can find a fault in her. Everything about her is perfect. That's a red sign, because there's no perfect being. So when you get married, at the end of the day, the lady cannot maintain that standard, because that was never true. She was faking who she is. So that's why when they get married, the man will say, this is not who you used to be. This is not what we planned. This is not how you used to treat me before getting married. So why are you changing? Because there's no way you can keep who you are not. So it's just going to be a little time. So your real you will come out. Another thing I see about ladies seems to be over trying to be so nice, so caring to the whole family. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying you shouldn't put effort in your relationship, but be yourself. I've seen where ladies go as far as taking care of the whole family, the family of the guy, his friends. She cooks for them, she takes care of them. Everybody sing praise on her, and then after the marriage, she's tired. Her real color comes out. To start with, she might not even be the type that is accommodating. She might not even be the type that gives food. But during the relationship, she's doing all of this. So that can be a problem after marriage. You know, for the guys, you see, guys, when a guy is dating a lady, she hides all his attitude. Even when he's hot-tempered, even when he doesn't tolerate, he just keep pretending to push on the relationship. Immediately he gets married, he brings out the rules. In my house, we don't do this. In my house, we don't do that. That could be a problem too. Another thing I see that could be a problem in people's marriage is their foundation. What do I mean by foundation? A lot of children are brought up in a very toxic home. And then growing up, you wouldn't want to tell yourself the truth that this is what my parents go through, and I don't want to see myself in that stage. For example, let me use myself as an example. When I was growing up, my dad died on time, but the little time he lives with us, he was a nice man. But even at that, there are some things I see my mom do that I don't want to do. There are some things I see my father do that I don't want my husband to do it. So at a tender age, I started working on myself, how I want my marriage to look like. And you know, one thing about this, our new generation, is that they don't know what they want. If you don't know what you want, you don't know what you will get. Because if you know what you want and who you are, that will give you a mindset of knowing who to choose as a life partner. And then people think that marriage is a joke. Marriage is not a joke. Don't be in too haste to get into marriage. Don't feel that everyone that comes around you that looks good is okay for you to get into marriage with such person. Marriage is not a joke. Marriage is a destiny. Marriage is a fulfillment. Marriage is a purpose. Marriage is a calling. Marriage is an assignment that you have to fulfill. So don't feel that as I'm getting into this marriage, as I'm meeting this guy, I am okay. Does the person fit into your vision? Do you have a vision? Do you have a purpose? Why are you here in this world? You know, when you know all these things about yourself, when you define yourself as a man, as a lady, you'll be able to know the kind of people you want to get into marriage with. Do you have a plan? Some people never have a plan about themselves. They live like, sorry to use the word. What do I mean by that? Because you see, people live their life without a plan. Oh, marriage comes in today, they goes in the next day, so I'm okay. So when you have a plan of what you want to become in the next 5 years, where you know where you are, you will know where you are going to. If you don't know where you are, what brought you to where you are, how will you know where you are going to? That could be a problem, because if you know where you are coming from, what you want in the next 6 years, when you meet a guy, when you meet a lady, you should be able to have a conversation to know who the girl is, what she wants to be. For instance, guys, you're getting married because you don't know what you want, where you are going to, who you are, and your purpose and vision on earth. Your base on relationship will not have to do, you will not discuss what you want. Because sometimes when people get into relationship, their main focus is romance. Going out, having a date, eating out in a restaurant. I mean, can we have a date? Having their time, locks, name them. They will live the real thing, the reality of life. And of course, you know that after marriage, those things are important. Romance is very important. Having a date is very important. You know, having time to talk about yourself is very important. Who is the person you are getting married to? Does this person fit into your vision? Does this person goes in line with your next 10 years plan? Does this person fit into your purpose? Can this person stand your vision? Will this person stop you? Do you have the same thinking faculty? You know, when you have the discussion for like 6 months relationship, you talk about it, by then you will know that this person does not go with me. It can't go with me. You know, another thing, if you know that marriage is an assignment, don't think that marriage is a society thing where people gather together, celebrate themselves, and then get home. A lot of people, most especially ladies, they have that belief. Oh, my marriage day, I'm going to wear this. I'm going to wear the best wedding gown. I'm going to get the best wedding ring. What about the future of your marriage? You know, marriage has a lot to do. We're talking about your kids. What product do you want to have as children? The foundation you are getting married to. What product do you want to have as kids? Because they say lizard give birth to lizard, dog give birth to dog. So there is no way you can marry somebody that is like this and you expect something like this, except the grace of God. That is why before you get married, you should be able to define yourself. It shouldn't be every time about love, 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 love. Love is very important, but love is not enough. You need a lot of things to consider before you get married. You know, when you ask people, why is that marriage does not work? It's a lack of communication. How will you communicate when you don't think the same way? It's not possible. It's not possible. When my brain is talking about, for instance, academic or good business and good this, and then all you do as a woman is to rub powder, to wear the best wig, or all you do as a man is to hang out with your friends and take some cool time, how will our communication go? For two people to communicate well, they should have something in common. The reason why they don't notice it during their relationship is because they are being carried away with their flesh, carried away with what they will just enjoy immediately. When a man does not have a plan for his future child, and you are getting married with such a man, you ask a man, when you get married, how many kids do you want to have? He said 2. What do you think your kids will become? I don't know. And then you want to marry such man. He don't even have a plan for himself. How will he have a plan for you as a woman? Let's be careful. Let's be careful. Why do you marry somebody? Some people based on getting married because the lady is beautiful. Beauty have an expiring date. Every woman you see today, their breast was pointed when they were getting married. After some kids, it flies down. No matter how pointed it is, it cannot be the same pointing, guys. So there is something that sustains marriage. Your vision, the character. My father in the Lord said, your character determines your destiny. So let's be careful of who we choose. That's why you see people get married. When they get married, they discover they never have anything in common. Yes, I agree with you that negative plus positive can be together. That is different thing with vision. Vision. I am a woman that loves independence, that want to fulfill the purpose of God in my life. I am a woman that I know that I am in this world for a call, for a purpose. And you know this life is not eternity. So when you get married to a man who tells you that you can't step out, not like you are stepping out to do something wrong. He's just not comfortable with your prosperity. How will that marriage work? That is why before you get married, take away the flesh. Take away the sweetie in that marriage and concentrate on your vision. First of all, ask yourself, who am I? Why am I here? Where do I want to be in the next 7 years? What's my plan? What brought me here? How did I get here? And where am I going to? So when a man or woman comes into your life, you should be able to know what you want. With that, there will be little problem in marriage. The foundation, the family you are getting married to. I hear people say it does not matter. It matters. I've heard so many times where they say blood is thicker than water. So when you're getting married to a family where they don't even appreciate marriage, you think your own will work different. Please make sure that you watch all those things before you get married, because it will help you a lot. Because you know, when you get married, you discover that there is a lot of things that you think is very, that you felt that with this marriage can be okay. For example, if you are not a Christian and you decide to begin to do the thing before marriage, and then you feel that that will keep the marriage, that one is very important, but it's not enough to sustain your marriage. Marriage is reality, is day and day life, where you both see yourself and tell yourself the truth. Do you know how you feel? You are a woman with a drive, a woman with a vision. You get married to a sleeper. A man who sleeps, who does not have a drive, who does not have a purpose. You'll be choked in that marriage. That is why you shouldn't play with marriage. You can fail in your career, but you can't fail in marriage. If you fail in your career, you can afford to do any other thing in life. But when you fail in marriage, it's the beginning of disaster. That is why you have to be careful. So I believe that these are one of the problems we have in our society, because people have a very wrong mindset when they are getting married. If you ask them, you want to marry a guy? Yes. Why do you want to marry him? He loves me. How do you know he loves me? Anytime I'm in need, he gives it to me. And anytime I call him, he answers, guy, babe, that is not enough to say that that marriage will work. There are more to it. So let's watch out for these things. So today we are going to end this today. Tomorrow, I'm coming up with a solution on how to know your partner and how to make your marriage work. God bless you guys. I love you. Great goodness people. AG Executive Kitchen, where we cook and talk relationship. I guess you guys are cool. Is my hair beautiful, guys? Love you. Bye-bye.